Good morning, everyone. I'm hoping that you guys are well and safe, and you're also trying to just to keep safe so that you don't get infected with corona. My name is Evans Rabare, and I want us to learn together. And today we will be discussing about how to navigate the world of work. So let me take this opportunity to welcome everyone into the chat box. Even though we are not able to interact one by one, but we'll be interacting through the chat box. And also I'm joined with my colleagues. So we have Orwa also joining, who will be our lead moderator. And also we have Naole Desa, who will also be moderating in Amharic. So kindly let us know where you're joining us from. The session that we have today is really, really interesting because the world of work has really changed a lot since Corona came. And we want to see how you can stay competitive for those who already have a job. And even for those who are looking for a job, how do you look for a job, and what are the tools that you can use to look for a job? And what are some of the platforms that we have in the world and even here in Ethiopia? So kindly join me in this session and let's make it interactive. So as I've just mentioned, our topic today is how to navigate the world of work. And as usual, we have the agendas that we will be looking at. We're going to look at an introduction to the internet and search engines. We are going to look at the changing world of work in terms of the skill sets that are required. We're also going to look at how to stand out to employees. So this one is particularly for those who already have work. But remember, you also need to stand out. Also need to, so we're going to look at how you can stand out among the crowd. So remember, in a workplace, we might have 50 or 30 people, but in every department, we have people who are hard workers or people who are doing unique work. So just to make them look unique and stand above the rest. So under these topics, we are going to just to see how you can discover the work opportunities that are available online. We're also going to understand the market trends and the changing world of work. So I'm also going to help you understand what steps are needed in order to access the opportunity. So remember, we are living in a world where the mobile uses and internet uses is increasing. So as people increase using mobile phone, there is more and more online opportunities that are coming up, and we're going to discuss that, and also going to discuss how can you get those opportunities. Also, I'm just going to make you understand what employers are looking for in terms of the skills, knowledge, and what you need to do to stand out for your employers. All right, so as we start, let me ask you this question. What is your dream job? What really is your dream job? Especially for those who are still in campuses. What is your dream job? Kindly spare a few minutes and just jot down what would be your dream job. All right, so as I wait for responses, let's move to our very first agenda, which is online world of work. The online world of work. And as I mentioned previously, an online world, we live in an increasingly connected world. So as a result, there have become many opportunities for people to connect with work they can be passionate about. So internet has really changed the way we socialize, the way we learn, and even the way we communicate. So let us look at what is this internet. What is internet? When you talk about internet, I'm sure most of you have an idea about internet and how internet has really helped them in one way or another. So when you talk about internet, we're talking about a combination of billions of digital devices located around the globe and they're connected via cables, and it could be through wireless signals. So you can be getting your internet through an Ethernet cable, or you can be accessing your internet through the data bundles. So when you're talking about internet, we're just talking about a community. And in this community, we have various devices. And these devices, we're talking about mobile phones, we're talking about tablets, we're talking about desktops, any other device that you can use to access internet. And in these devices, we have the devices such as router, we have devices such as switch, also we have Ethernet cables. And all these combinations, they're the ones that is enabling us to access internet. And there's a lot of technical that goes behind just ensuring that these cables and these devices are communicating. That is why if you go to the internet and you search for a word, you ensure that you get the results of whatever you've looked for. For instance, you're looking for where is Gion Hotel, you will realize that on the search result you get all the information that you need, all the information that is related to Gion, for instance. So all right, so let us look at how we can use the internet. Some of the various ways that we can use internet. So what we have here are just some of the ways, but of course we have more ways that have not been listed here. So when you talk about, like browsing websites, which is a common activity among youth, so you just browse to find information about almost any topic. So for instance, right now we have in the world of football, we have international break. So most probably so many people are searching for, you know, qualifiers, for instance. So it could be African qualifiers, it could be Europe qualifiers or South American qualifiers. So you can look for an information about your favorite team, for instance. If your favorite team is Ethiopia, you can check an information about Ethiopia, for instance. How did they fare on against Madagascar, for instance? Did they qualify or they lost, something like that? And also, you can be browsing for websites looking for topics that are trending or looking for information. So, if, for instance, if you're somebody who is learning, you could be browsing to look for information. Or if you are a developer, for instance, you could be browsing to learn for, search for codes to troubleshoot whatever you're doing. So we browse website to find information on almost any topic that we are interested in. So with browsing, tons of resources of information can be found through the search engine in just a few minutes. And when we're talking about search engine, let's not confuse search engine with the browser. When you talk about search engine, we're talking about we're talking about like a special website that what it does is it enables you to find the results that we are looking for. So when you talk about search engine, we're talking about Google as a search engine. We are talking about Yahoo as a search engine, and and others such as Ask.com, like Yandex. So what they do is they give you the information that you need. So the information could be in form of text, or it could be in form of images or videos. So when you talk about browsers now are just the applications, the applications that enable search engines to display information. So when you talk about like the one that I'm using Chrome, but of course we have others, such as Mozilla, we have Opera Mini, Safari, and among others. All right. So the second way of how we use internet is communicate with people. So in communicating with people, especially now that we are in the corona pandemic, the communication with people has been very effective, and we've been doing it in various ways. And right now, most of the common terms or most of the common jargons that are being used is I'm in a Zoom meeting. May I call you later in 5 minutes? We will be live in 2 minutes. I've scheduled a meeting for Thursday or something. So those terms have become very common as a result of Corona and the usage of internet. So right now we communicate mostly on either Skype. It could be through Meet. It could be through Zoom. Even meetings are being held through these platforms. So, and also, not forgetting Telegram. So, faster communication can be obtained through the internet. That is very true. We can stay in touch easily with friends, families through email, chat platforms on the internet. For instance, me, I easily communicate with my family through, through WhatsApp, and also through Skype. And also, if I want to communicate with my colleague, for instance, or who is in Tanzania, or my colleague also who is in the other part of Addis, such as Bole, I can easily tap onto my Skype or onto my Telegram, and we can easily communicate. And they're very effective for like quick fire conversations, just to confirm something, clarity or something, or just to say hi, how is it doing or something like that. Huh? And I've just mentioned them. So platforms such as Skype allows for free long distance voice and video calls with anyone who can access it online. So even though we are social being, we used to travel to to where somebody was living and you could talk face to face. We can also do that through video call. So you actually see that guy. You're able to see how he's doing, and it feels like you guys are close. So the third one, finding new opportunities. We identify new opportunities and contact with potential employers. So here we could also use LinkedIn, for instance. So if you're somebody who has been interested in working with Ethio Telecom, or interested with working with the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, or GIZ, for instance, you can you can follow GIZ or Ethio Telecom on LinkedIn or any other platform that they have, so that you could be seeing some of the activities that they have. Or if they have an opening in an area that you feel you fit in, once you see that, you can take the next step of applying. So, and also, you can also just use the search engine to look for, to look for valuable opportunities where you are. I'm going to demonstrate on how you can use search engine to find for various jobs. be it part-time, full-time, fixed or contractual terms. I'm going to share just do it practically how you can use search engine to look for opportunities wherever you are. So people also commonly use internet to discover new work opportunities that I've mentioned. And also job searching platforms allow users to identify opportunities easily and contact employees to inquire and connect. So I've mentioned how LinkedIn could be very, very, very useful to that end. And also we have various job platforms here in Ethiopia that you can use. So in Ethiopia, you can use Daraja. I think they also Ethiojobs. I think so. They also have a platform that you can use to apply for job or look for an opportunity that you fit into. Also, we can use internet for entertainment. So right now in most countries, people are not able to go to entertainment joints, clubs or something, and all you need to do is to go to YouTube, for instance, or any other video or audio website that has like a number of music that you could listen to, or a number of funny videos or TikTok videos, or you can also go to Instagram and so that is where now you find a lot of funny, educative videos that can keep you entertained. So internet is a big reason why we spend time behind our smart gadgets. And this one is very common in the evening when people they are in their vehicle or in the taxi and they're heading home. Most of the people are glued to their smartphone, either checking what is happening on Facebook videos or Instagram videos, or somebody is just streaming YouTube videos. So many of us spend our time in the internet through laptop, smartphones, and iPads. Also, internet uh, gives us access to entertainment we seek online. So, for instance, if there is a popular comedian whom you used to buy tickets to go and see his shows, or listen to whatever joke he or she is cracking, right now it's a good chance for you to subscribe to that comedian YouTube channel so that you'll be able to see content as he uploads them. You're also able to get notification when it's going online, when it's going live. So it gives you that content at the comfort of your bed or your wherever you will be streaming it from, and then you can gain new experiences. Gaining new experiences, this one will expand, like it will expand and give you a different perspective into some aspect of life. So it will expand your horizon and gain new experiences visually through video eyes and photography. So for instance, if you Google how guys in South Africa live, or how guys in Europe live, or just their culture. When you do that, it will expand. It will give you a different perspective of viewing things. It will also enlighten you on a number of gray areas that you never had an idea about. Also, online services. Online services, we have myriad of online services that you can do. You can become a freelancer, or a content writer, a content creator, or you can become a translator. You can become somebody who just translate from Oromia to English, or Amharic to English, or Tigrinya to Amharic, any other language that you're comfortable in. We have agencies who are looking for people, and even also Facebook is also looking for people. Somebody who is able to monitor what guys are writing in Amharic, and somebody who is able to identify this is not appropriate or this is appropriate, and how do I flag that. So we have those opportunities coming up. So internet provides the services like emails, online banking, online shopping, Worldwide, online shopping enables someone in America to buy things in Asia, Africa, or anywhere connected through some simple clicks on the mouse. So this one is basically talking about e-commerce, for instance. So you guys, so for you who is here in, for instance, you're here in Adama or you're here in Wolkite, and you want to buy a product, and the product is in Asia, for instance. Can you use your Visa card or can you use any other mobile payment to buy whatever whatever you want, and that product will be delivered to wherever you are? All you need to do is just to submit that amount into that guy's account. Or you can use these online payment apps that we have. Most of the banks in Ethiopia have the mobile payment platforms. So Abyssinia, I'm pretty sure Abyssinia has one. Dashen Bank also has one. And can you use this online mobile payment platform to pay for whatever services that you have or for whatever services that you've had? For instance, if you go to Shaw Supermarket and you went and shopped to a tune of $100, and you just go to your app and submit the payment, so you don't need to carry the cash. And you guys knows the risk of carrying cash. You can carry cash and you get robbed along the way, or you misplace it or something. So online services and by extension internet has made it very easy for you not to carry a lot of cash. So originally, when I came to Ethiopia, I used to see somebody going to the bank and coming with bundles and bundles of notes, and I got shocked. And I was wondering, how is this guy able to carry this amount all the way to his car? So the guy parked around 300 meters away from the bank, and he came with a huge bundles of notes, just like this, and went with them into the car. That's a huge risk that you should not take. Make good use of the online payment platforms. You can transfer money wherever you are. You can send money, wherever you want, and it makes life very easy. All right. So when you talk about search engine, remember I explained it. When you talk about search engine, we're talking about a web-based tool that enables searchers to find information on the internet. So what the medium that is helping you to get whatever information that you want, that is a search engine. So in order to browse the web and access a lot of things we do online, we use search engine. So search engine enables users to locate information on the World Wide Web. So that is why you find that most the domain names have www.addisababauniversity.com, www.africaworldwide.com. So World Wide Web. So that is where now it locates the information. And then using a search engine is the first step to searching for pretty much anything online, including jobs. So let me stop sharing my screen and show you how to search for any job using a search engine. So right. So I want to show you how you can use a search engine to look for a job online. For instance, I want to show you how you can let me share my screen and show you how you can you can look for jobs online using search engine. All right. So for instance, if you are interested in an IT job in Ethiopia, an IT job in IT jobs in Addis Ababa, for instance. It's really, is it visible? No, it's not. Huh? Yes, so I hope that is visible now. I hope it is visible. All right, so for instance, if you were looking for, jobs in Addis Ababa, and so this is what I've typed. So these are the keywords that I've typed, and this is what I've gotten. So you're going to find number of jobs that have been listed. We have the ones that were listed 3 days ago, and you're able to see uh, which website were they listed from. So this one has been listed from G's Jobs. We have ones that have been listed from UN JobNet, and also you're able to see that we have full-time jobs. Also, we also have part-time, like so here we don't have part-time, but we also have various departments. So there is also one management jobs. You also see the list of management jobs that we have, and all you need to do is you can apply. You can click apply from this or apply from this, or you can save so that you can apply at a later date, or you can share with a friend who is interested or whom you feel is fit for the job. You can also share. So if you click here, it will tell you to share, and you can either share it to through mail, through if I have the contact through my phone or something like that. So these are various ways of how you can use search engine to look for a job. All you need to do is, where do I want that job from? So if you want a job in Ethiopia, you have to indicate Ethiopia. So if you do that, it will give you all the jobs, even the ones in Benchangul or something, or even the ones in the Somali region. So with that, it is not restricted. But if you are just interested in the jobs around your area, you need to indicate where you are. Or if you are in Barda and you want jobs in Barda and you don't feel like moving. So these are the jobs in the entire Ethiopia. All right. So that is how we can use search engine to look for jobs. All right. So let me go back to our training. And we were looking at how to use search engine to look for a job. All right. So let's proceed, and let me ask you this: have you used a search engine to find a job before? Have you used search engine to find a job before? All right. So let us look at why we should use search engine to find jobs. So think of a search engine as a gateway to the online world of work. A first so it is a first way to search. You can discover new opportunities, and you can also explore new roles. So for instance, if you're working with a company and you feel like you've worked with a company for a long time and you don't see personal growth, and you want to look for other opportunities elsewhere, you can use search engine to help you do that. So you can use keywords that can help you to identify the relevant opportunities. And also you can expand your horizon and explore more. So let me pause for questions. Do we have questions? Let me give you a few minutes to, if we have questions. And also, as we're waiting for questions, let me take a few minutes to say thank you to Itibabare Kiros, who is from Jijiga University, Ethiopia. Thank you so much for joining. If we have any question, let me spare a few minutes to take your questions. If we don't have, let me move to our next agenda, which is the changing world of work. And this brings me to the very first question, which is, what skills do you think employers want? What skills do you think employers want? What skills do you think employers want? So if you think it is communication skills, please let me know. If you think it is technical skills, let me know. If you think it is any other skills, just let me know. And I will spare a few minutes and try to discuss some of them. Or if you think it is digital skills, the one that we are trying to impact you with right now, please let me know. All right. So let us look at some of how digital skills has impacted on employment. How digital skills has impacted on employment. So, and I will run you through some of the statistics that we have, and we have 45% businesses hired employees with technical knowledge in 2019. So that is 2 years ago. That is 2 years ago. By 2021, these numbers increased by maybe another 10% to 5% because every year the demand for digital skills increases. And then we have 50% require some degree of technology skills. Some degree of technology skills. So it could be some small percentage of degree of technology skills or something. And also 77% of jobs will require technical skills in the next decade, in the next 10 years. So by 2031, for instance, a lot of jobs will be requiring some form of digital skills. So digital has not only affected how we find things on search engine, but how we do things in our day-to-day lives. So let me ask you, when you leave the house, in the morning, what are some of the things that you need to carry with you that you cannot leave behind? If you leave them behind, you feel like you're incomplete, or you feel like you're sick or something. Let me just also ask you, within the day, how many often have you used your phone either to look for something, or to search for some information, or to search for some direction or something like that? So we not only use digital to find jobs, but jobs have evolved to include and depend on digital skills or literacy. This is very true because I remember some years back, for you to be a secretary, or a receptionist at a bank or at a hotel or somewhere, all you needed to have was some, be able to communicate with people and also be able to smile, or be able to be active. But that has since changed because you will be required to take notes. You also be required to be recording some stuff. and you'll also be required to use computer to do that. So according to the recent, the recent research article on Clutch, I've just told you, those are the statistics that we have, and they're increasing. So if you look at this and you compare it with the land, so you remember the land rates. So just compare how much was the land in Addis Ababa 10 years ago and how much is it now. So every year the cost of land increases. That is the same way every year the demand for digital skills or jobs evolving to depend on digital skills are increasing. All right. So let us look at how farms in Africa who face major challenges due to the digital skills gap. So when you're talking about digital skills gap, it reminds me of the objective of this program. So what Google noticed was there was a huge gap between people who knew about who had digital skills and people who didn't have. That is why they came up with this program to try to bridge the gap. That is why if the program is completely free, the program is comprehensive, and its aim is to upskill you so that you also compete with the guys who know. So before, people who had money are the ones who used to have digital knowledge, but now it's different. So long as you have the interest, you too can become a tech savvy, a programmer. You too can become, you can become a digital skills, trainer or a digital skills, any other role within the digital space. Here, so the statistics we have here, we are looking at countries and the challenges that they faced. So for instance, if you look at Tanzania, it was reported that 41% of farms in Tanzania, they had challenges because they were looking for people to employ, but they didn't have the right skill sets that they were looking for. In Kenya, it was 30%. In South Africa, is 9%. So it means that in terms of the skills, in terms of the skill set and the digital skills knowledge, it's higher in Tanzania as compared to these other three countries. So in Nigeria, it's 6%. So it means more and more Nigerians are having digital knowledge. They're aggressive as compared to our brothers in Tanzania, for instance. So these skills in some, but I don't know. So maybe Ethiopia could be at 40. Or I'm not really sure. But I'd love to know from the guys in the chat box, what do you think is the percentage for Ethiopia in terms of the skill gap and the challenges that firms who want to employ people usually face? Let me know in the chat box. Just give a guess of what you think is happening in Ethiopia. So this skills instability stems from the fact that many jobs in the region are becoming more intense in their usage of digital technology. It is important to build a pipeline of future skills so that the people of Africa can engage in future-ready curricula that encourage critical thinking and creativity, as well as accelerate acquisition of digital skills to match the way people will work and collaborate in this increasing technology. And also, this reminds me of a survey that GIZ was doing. So GIZ came to us and they were asking, you as a company who has been doing training on digital skills, what do you think is the digital skills level in Ethiopia? They did a survey. I think that report is out. If you get time, read it. You'll be shocked at what they found out. Right? So let us look at digital's impact on business. How technology and digital has impacted various businesses. And we have creativity and innovation. So we are looking at automated technology, such as machines, machine learning, robotics. We are looking at creative tools enabled by technology and internet, so such as YouTube. When you're talking about access to skills and learning, we're talking about learning online platforms. We have open universities, specialized training courses. Especially we have Coursera and others. And then there is access to resources on the World Wide Web. Then access to information. We are talking about, we're talking about looking for information through the search engines, which we also looked at. Then there is the speed of communication, such as you're able to do instant messaging through Telegram, Skype. You're also able to email, your colleague or your friend or another business. You're also able to have video and audio calls for your meetings. Also, ease of collaboration. So we're talking about collaborative tools within workspace enabled by the internet. We're talking about Google Docs. So a situation where you have an online doc and more than one person can work on it. So we have three people working on the doc. Within a short period of time, you should have populated that doc and and emailed it for that case. We also have sharing documents and files via emails at ease. So long as your internet strength is fast, there you go. You send the email and the guy on the other side will receive it in a few minutes. All right. What industries require digital? Which industries, sorry, require digital skills? Let me know which industries require digital skills on the chat box. Which industries require digital skills? All right. So we have various, sectors of the industries. We have marketing, financial sector, hospitality and leisure, healthcare, information technology, media, retail, and education. And you notice that all these sectors, they have apps to help people access information or transact. For instance, we have a lot of apps in the financial sectors. We also have, hotels with their own booking system or booking apps. We also have apps that can link doctors with the patients or can link patients with the pharmacies. So we also have various systems and applications to this app to these sectors. All right. So what digital careers are out there? What digital careers do we think are out there? Right? Let me know in the chat box if we have digital careers that you have out there. All right. So I will think of those digital careers. We have uh, research as one of them. Also, we also have data analysis. Most industries nowadays are data driven. They do an analysis. For instance, even for businesses, you need to have a data of how many sales have I made today, or how many sales did I made yesterday, what is the increment from yesterday to that, and then from there now you should be able to know that this day I made this much, today I made this much, the difference, and what could have caused this decrease or increase, and from there now you'd be able to make a decision of whether to change a few things or look at the products that brought more sales, something like that. All right. We also have career opportunities in digital. So we have coding as one of a career opportunity that has been created as a result of digital evolution in digital. We also have digital media specialists and much more. And also we have careers that have evolved to require digital skills. Careers that evolve to require digital skills. Remember, I mentioned some of them. So we have here retail assistant. We also have here. So if you look at the lady, she's taking stock, and she's writing them either in a book or something. I think so. So that's like a book. So she's taking a stock of how many Ajax do we have here? How many rows do we have? How many Timatim do we have? So he's just taking a stock of what he have. But this role has evolved. Right now, you don't need to do it manually. The systems or there are machines or technologies that can aid you in taking that stock easily. So if you look at the receptionist lady whom we have here, she has a nice computer. I think the computer is a Mac computer, and she's able to do her work diligently, aided by the digital tools that we have, right? So let's take a few minutes and demystify common myths about digital jobs. People say that limited by qualification, that you don't need a university. So people are saying, okay, I'm a dropout, a Form 4 dropout, or a grade 8 dropout, or I'm a college dropout, and therefore I don't need to have a job in the digital space. No, you don't need to have a degree or to get a digital job. And in the digital space, all are welcome. You don't need a background in marketing or computer science to get started with digital. And what you need to know that digital is evolving. It constantly changing. So digital continues to reshape our world and how we work. All right. So let me see if we have questions. We are almost going to our last agenda, which is not very long. If we have questions, I'll really be happy to. I'll really be happy to take a few minutes and see. So we have Nigu saying interesting. Thank you so much. All right. So as we wait for the questions, let us look at our final agenda, which is not very long, which is how to stand out to employers. So this one goes to those who have already employed, those who already have work. So you might have a job, but your position in that company is not safe. How do you make sure your position in that company is secure? That is basically how to stand out. And for a job seeker who's looking for a work, how do you make sure that when you're going for the interview, you also stand out above the rest? What are some of the skill sets or some of the courses that you need to do so that you stand out from everybody? That is what you're going to look at. And we have, what do companies look for when hiring people? What do companies look for when hiring people? Right? So I would love to hear from you. What do companies look for when hiring people? So it could be manufacturing companies, IT companies, hotels, tour firms, even government agencies. What are they looking for when they're hiring people? Remember, for a country like Ethiopia, where we have 110 people, out of these 110 people, maybe another 1 million are guys who have gone to school. And do you really have 1 million companies to employ all this? Therefore, you need to stand out. Don't be like the rest. All right. So when you talk about what companies are looking for, they're looking for the knowledge. The knowledge. So the knowledge of the industry or sector you're applying for. That is why now we have people in schools studying different courses so that they can have work in those different industries. So when you talk about knowledge, we're talking about the knowledge of the field. We're talking about the analytical skills and the problem solving. So do you have the knowledge in that particular sector? And are you able to solve any problem that will be arising? As, this one is usually common in project management, jobs. When you talk about experience, previous work experience where possible or time spent practicing the relevant skills. So if you're a fresh graduate, please volunteer somewhere or get an internship somewhere so that you can get an experience. And when you talk about experience, we talk about familiarity with the field of work, experience from the previous jobs. So this could come from the hobbies or the extra co-curricular activities that you had participated in. When you talk about tools, we talk about previous experiences using softwares or developing technical skills. So here we are talking about technical skills using softwares or using tools and their appliances that in that specific sector. Remember, every sector has their own tools. The tools that are in hospitality are different from the tools that you'll find in the IT sector or in the manufacturing sector, right? And when you talk about attitude, positive attitude, motivated to grow and learn. You should be somebody who is positive, active, and ready to learn. You take criticism positively, and you take it positively, and it will help you to learn. Otherwise, if you're somebody who, when you're criticized, it affects you, and then it affects your output, you might not be able to prosper well in the organizations that we have, because organizations that we have nowadays, there's a lot of competition. And if you're not able to, to take criticism well, you might not be able to work well in some of the companies. Huh? So when we talk about knowledge, we are talking about critical thinking and problem solving. Digital literacy, a high demand in a technology-driven age. When we talk about experience, we talk about time management, meeting deadlines, and staying efficient. We also have collaboration, so the ability to work in teams effectively, right? So when you're talking about critical thinking, you're talking the ability to make good decisions, take appropriate action to solve problem, analytical skills like gathering and evaluating information. So any employer across any industry will value this ability, right? So you're able to make good decisions, you're able to take action to solve problems, you're able to think like analytically. Employer would love to have such a person. So when we talk about digital literacy, so we live in a technology-driven age that demands digital literacy in nearly every profession. So being comfortable with computers, online research, apps, industries, that is digital literacy. Time management, we're talking about meeting deadlines and staying efficient. A valuable skill for employees who are often juggling multiple projects at a time. So employers want to know they have employees who can manage the time well, as well as manage time, right? And then when you talk about collaboration, so the ability to work effectively with others despite the differences. Ability to work well with other departments despite the differences. Ability to work together towards a common goal is a critical skill, right? All right, so we have, okay, so let me take a few minutes and see if we have questions. Do we have questions? If we don't have questions, we are almost all right. So I can see responses coming in, which is really encouraging. Okay, so Kiro is saying I use my phone for every need of my digital needs. That is really true. That is really true. What about Ethiopia? I'd love to know. Maybe John, you can help me in answering that. Was Kiros asking about the stats for Ethiopia? Let me know. So Kiros also saying they are in IT and financial institutions, tourism, etc., etc. Thank you so much. We also have, John joining in, saying hi to everyone. And Kiro is saying warehouse, storage, supply chain. Nigos is saying also interesting. Also, Kiro is also asking, how does the digital skills of Ethiopian look like? Can you discuss this? This is really a topic that I'm really interested in. The digital skills. So there is a statistics that so there's a research that GZ did, and I took part in that research, and the outcome was shocking, and that is why now GZ is really trying to do a lot of digital skills training and awareness creation, so that we have more and more people embracing technology and digital skills. Huh? So we have IT skills, capacity of an employee. I can say, Nigu saying, I am from Mulkita University. Thank you for joining. I can say, Getacho saying, I'm Beza from Addis University. All right. Khalid Hassan is saying, I think more than 50%. More than 50%, that is questionable. More than 50%, that is questionable. So Kiro is saying, how is the level of digital skills in Ethiopia? Kiros, now could you please share your contact with Kiros so that we'll get back to him on this. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. And so Kiros asked about the digital skills level in Ethiopia. So the digital skills level in Ethiopia is a work in progress. It's still low, but the good news is it's steadily progressing. That is why now, even the Ministry of Technovation and Innovation also want us to do a survey so that they can see whether to change the curriculum in the activities, also in the elementary schools. So the good news is, the guys, the sectors involved are really working towards improving it, and it's a work in progress, which is a good thing. All right. So what is your next steps? So in your next steps, are you going to use search engine to find job, or are you going to use some of the links that you've shared to study more, or are you going to take some of the online courses so that you become technically equipped, or are you going to work on yourself so that you become indispensable, so you become somebody in an organization when your manager or a CEO wants to fire you, he has to think twice, like if I fire Kiros, for instance, how much am I going to lose? So you make yourself indispensable, somebody who cannot be fired just like that. And such people are very rare in companies, right? So as your next step, we have social media pages that I'll just urge you to go and be part of them. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, and we also have Instagram, right? Please like these pages. We have a lot that we're sharing. And the best part of these pages, you'll be able to interact with guys all over the globe. Your brothers from Kenya, your brothers from Tanzania, Uganda, Nigeria, South Africa, all over the world, even your brothers outside Africa. Right? So at this point, I'd really love to say thank you. Thank you so much, guys. When we started, it was really, really, really way low. It was really, really way low, but guys have joined in and have made it very, very, very interactive. So let me say I'm a Seginalu to Nigus, I'm a Seginalu to Kiros, I'm a Seginalu to Getacho, I'm a Seginalu to other guys. And please tell them that you also have another session tomorrow at 10, same time. and we are going to be discussing job search online, uh, job search online. And also we also have another, another session on Sunday, and this one is going to be on business. So please invite your friends so that we can have be full house by tomorrow, discuss a number of issues and learn together. So in terms of certificate, we are collecting the names that we have, and we will be sharing with you all the certificates as promised. I promise you that we'll send them. We are just having a database of them, and we'll send them at once. So at this point, I'm saying I'm a Segenalu and ciao.